We were being called to choose our freedom, to no longer argue for our own disempowerment or our own enslavement. We actually had a really powerful conversation one night. It was one of the last nights that we could sit out on our front porch, enjoy a chimney fire. It was still just warm enough to be able to do that. And we were contemplating the theme of freedom.
Yeah.
And we had this revelation, which is another angel. Yeah. This is what this month of November was all about. It was about having these revelations where wherever we were still holding beliefs that were holding us apart from our freedom, from our own empowerment, from our full capacity to enjoy our life.
Yes. And
it really called to my attention this idea of circumstances not being the point. Circumstances don't matter. It's the meaning that we assign to them.
Yeah.
And so, for example, my personal example is most of my life I've struggled with body image issues. And if I were to essentially understand that I am totally free, it would not be to wish that I was thinner, wish that I felt better about my body, about my aesthetic appearance, all of these things that we know this idea has been drilled into us our entire lives. We know all about it. So I think what the revelation truly was is that the only thing that was keeping me apart from that true experience of enjoyment and freedom was my ideas that I needed to somehow change my circumstances in order to really feel free, in order to fully enjoy my life. So the old me would really advocate for wanting to change my appearance because that is the only thing that would give me that experience. And what we're all being called to understand is that the circumstances are the very things that will liberate you to let go of the beliefs that are actually the things that are holding you captive, holding you in this cage, and disallowing your understanding that you can fly out of the cage at any moment. So what I needed to really understand was this belief that I needed to change my body in order to be happy was the thing that needed to be totally extinguished, let go of. It's old news at this point. It's actually quite ridiculous when you think about it, but these things that become so
ingrained,
they tend to really hang on until you stare them in the face and say, this belief has no place in my life because it's the belief itself that's holding me apart from enjoying my life completely.
Yeah.
And I don't have to change a thing about myself. Of course I'm enough as I am. I mean, I have a husband who loves me just as I am.
That's
what
accurate.
More do I need? So these are the kinds of almost obvious aha moments that November was all about. This idea of empowerment is rooted in our ability to choose, to say,
yes,
I am not subscribing to that anymore. And even though the entire collective, the whole world believes this certain thing, if it is essentially robbing you of your ability to really tell yourself and believe it, that you are enough as you are, that your value is not tied to any of these ideas that the world has subscribed to, if it's not serving you and you can't actually say that and believe that, then you've got to let it go.
Yes.
For me, I realized that I was totally disempowering myself by arguing for this belief that was holding me apart from just enjoying my life. To disempower myself is to say that I'm not enough as I am. And so what we're essentially seeing this month is this pathway of enjoyment and this pathway of empowerment. Yes. They work together because you can easily see how just enjoying your life is that empowerment. And so you're no longer going to subscribe to beliefs that don't allow that essentially to continue.
Yes.